About the Oscars, the 96th annual Oscars were held last night. End of the night, Jimmy Kimmel took a minute to read former President Trump's reaction to his hosting.
I just got a review, and has there ever been a worse host than Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars? His opening was that of a less than average person trying too hard to be something which he is not and never can be. Get rid of Kimmel and perhaps replace him with another washed up but cheap ABC talent. See if you can guess which former president just posted that on Truth. Anyone? No? Well, thank you, President Trump. Thank you for watching. I'm surprised you're still. Isn't it past your jail time?
Okay, and here we go.
That's the thing. He just does. I guess he doesn't understand. He just keeps walking into traps. He keeps. You know, again, it's like an old fighter that's past his prime. The things that may have worked, that may have been disruptive, 2016. Everybody knows what's coming. So he's the butt of the joke for millions and millions of people last night.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. Speaking of Decepticons, there was one very prominent American who did not enjoy the show last night and let it be known on social media. Toward the end of the telecast, Donald Trump, you remember that? He used to be, wrote, "Has there ever been a worse host than Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars?" His opening was that of a less than average person trying too hard to be something which he is not and never can be. This was also his wedding toast to his son Eric, by the way, so I don't take too much offense. And then he went to a thing about George Stephanopoulos, and he told them to fire me. So after the show, almost everyone I ran into was asking me, was that real? Did Donald Trump real? It's like, yeah, of course it was real. And it kind of tells you all you need to know about Donald Trump. He wrote this because he was upset I didn't mention him on the show, and no one mentioned him on the show. He wasn't getting any attention. He couldn't stand it. And so then the Adderall McFlurry kicked in, and he went right on. And I wasn't planning to mention him at all. We were backstage. The show's almost over. One of the writers was like, "Hey, look at this." And I was like, well, to quote Al Pacino, just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. And I had to read it. But anyway, funny. We had John Cena on stage naked, and somehow Trump still managed to be the biggest dick of the night.
They could get a far more talented person who would also get better ratings for 5% of what they're paying this loser, Trump says.
It's Jimmy Kimmel Live!
Reportedly had his staff call Kimmel's bosses at Disney to pressure him to cool it with the Trump joke.
His opponents, his friends, his family, but if I point out that he's so fat they renamed the plane Air Force Wonder Bread, I'm the bad guy? He has no idea how delighted I am by something like this. I'm going to try to enjoy it because, he probably won't be able to do this when they take away his phone in prison.
We have losers. We have losers. Well, Rosie's a loser. She's always...
when I watch a George Will or a Charles Krauthammer, I watch them for years. They're losers. They're just...
She suffers from a thing called loser's remorse. She lost.
He's called fellow Republican Karl Rove a loser, a proven loser, and a total loser. While actor Russell Brand was a major loser, to which Brand responded, "Are you drunk when you write these tweets?" As for Cher, bang, bang, he shot her down.
Cher is somewhat of a loser. She's lonely, she's unhappy.
When he's feeling happy, he tweets to everyone, including haters and losers, Happy New Year. When asked about his name-calling,
using terms like dummy, loser, total loser, is that something you would continue doing?
I don't think, look, when people attack me, I, let them have it back.
Trump quoted his own book, "Show me someone without an ego, and I'll show you a loser."